I'm a hopeful and optimistic person, but also I realized that 50% of my audience is not subscribed. So if you would like to subscribe, if you would like to see more of these content, whenever I do post a video, I try to post more frequently, as often as I can, especially working a side job on the weekends. The art that we're going to make today is Just Dance related. And why, do you ask? Because if you didn't know, I am a Ubisoft creator. I am provided access to games such as Just Dance. So thank you, Ubisoft, for allowing me access to Just Dance so I can create fun fan art. And this fan art is really just like a fun way for me to sort of show my love and appreciation to the Just Dance team who worked so hard to create an amazing game. The one that we're going to draw today is, there is a map from the game Just Dance 2025. Miley Cyrus party in the USA. The coach is really cute. And if you didn't know, the lore behind the coach from the map Miley Cyrus Party in the USA is previously used in a Lizzo song called Juice, and I'm really excited to just show how far I went into the process. So let's get started. Anywho, let's start from the beginning. Okay, so starting from the beginning, I wanted to say that unfortunately the file that showed my progress from the very start of the sketch got corrupted, so we're starting off from a different sketch of the drawing before I went into the coloring. I am pretty much establishing the character's pose, and they're having a little drink in their, it feels like a diner. Yes. How far do I want to go with it? Like, are they, like what kind of drink are they having? Are they having a mocktail, etc.? But otherwise, they're having a nice little drink. And so at first I wanted to really add to the story by adding a TV, but I felt like that took away from it. So what I did was I started adding the panda. And if you don't know the panda, it is sort of the mascot of the game. The panda appears in several of the maps in the Just Dance universe. And so here I was like, yes, the panda serves the drink. And so the panda is just staring. Each coach has a name, and I forgot the name. I should have done more research. I'll put in their name here. Otherwise, if not, then they're just from the map Miley Cyrus Party in the USA from Just Dance 2025. And here I started going in the map of the game. You can see in the bar, or the diner, there are pictures, frames in the corner of the room, and so I wanted to incorporate that. And so I really just felt like I rushed the piece, but also I wanted to just sort of have fun and not put too much stress on myself to create such a perfect masterpiece. Tiles on the diner, just trying to get a feel for the pose, because later on I actually change it. I change the position of the arm for the coach. Instead of having one hand holding the umbrella of the drink and then one hand holding the drink, I just have one hand holding the umbrella. I have the left hand holding the drink and the other hand just sort of in their lap, because I felt that it just sort of made the character's arm hard to read because they were intersecting. And so I wanted to separate it, and so I had the arm laying on their lap and the other arm holding the drink on the table. I am establishing the base color of the background, and so I'm trying to color match, trying to go for a rather close resemblance to the color of the diner. And so this is as close as I got, and so I started adding more colors to the diner table. Then here I am going into the I don't know. Oh my god, my brain is brain farting. Here I am just adding picture frames that were in the original map of the game. There were pictures of the coaches of certain maps of the game, and so what was referenced is the Paka Paka map from 2021. It is a Ubisoft original song, and I think it's a really nice, upbeat, hype song, the panda is dressed in like a vest. And so, is it really a vest? Yeah, it's a vest. And I really wanted to just sort of add the panda. Like, originally, the panda was in the picture that you see that's orange and purple, but I wanted to just sort of bring them out of it. So I had them staring at the coach in a respectful manner, gotta respect consent, otherwise. I really enjoyed just how this came out because I wanted to add just sort of something to the background because it felt very empty, and so I didn't want to clutter the image. What I didn't want to do is clutter the space. I want the environment to just sort of lead the eye, and so I wanted to add. So what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to do things intentionally, and so using things to lead the eye, and so I have a panda staring at the coach, and so your first instinct is to also stare at the coach. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Before I was really interrupted by my by my camera telling me that there was no more space on my memory card. I have like 64 gigabyte memory card. I need at least 256 gigabytes. Anyways, I digress. We were looking at me coloring, doing the base coat, trying to get all the details correct. If you don't know, I am using a reference. I have stock footage of the coaches, and I screenshotted the map itself from the game. With that, I have been trying to really capture the personality of the coach, and so I would imagine they like a little, mocktail with with a little umbrella. I decided to really just sort of wing it. I tend to wing it a lot of times, but anyways, I always work from reference. I always feel that having a reference in front of you is helpful. I recently discovered that I have aphantasia, which is like not being able to have an image or visualize an image in my head, that the character looks accurate. I want to make sure that the details are accurate to the reference, and so I'm constantly looking back and forth, and the purpose of this is to really just make sure that the character is on model, and I really thought that I captured it really well. I like the details in the outfit, and that's what I really like about Just Dance. It's not really talked about a lot, but the outfits for Just Dance tends to be really, really fun and innovative and cute, because I really like the colorful outfits and the just sort of world they live in, because it's really, really fun and vibrant and just has so much life to it. And that's what I really love about Just Dance and how creative they tend. By they, I mean the team, like development team, from the fashion designers to the game developers. And aside from that, I really like the lamps that is sort of in this environment. It's sort of like modern, but also like vintage. I don't know if I would call the 70s or like the 80s vintage. Maybe antique? Vintage or antique? Anyways, I digress. The point I'm trying to make is that I really, really love the era that this was in. And I'm really just trying to finalize some details, and I really felt like I did a great job with that. And the final image came out rather well. I'm really proud of what I was able to accomplish. And what I was most proud of on working on this is the character itself. Like, I really have been on my own time really practicing gesture drawing and drawing characters from real life, and that has helped me so much to just really be able to create or sort of like bring to life these characters that I see and sort of add my own spin to it, if you will. And so in the future, I would really like to just sort of do more of these, because I really feel that doing these illustrations challenges me to really put what I've learned over the past 15 years of being an artist and really hone down on my skill of just sort of adding my own creative twist to it. And like, this isn't something that I do often, but when I do it, I'm pretty proud of what I'm able to accomplish, because I don't give myself enough credit, and I tend to be very harsh on myself because I like hard on myself in a way that I know what I'm capable of doing and I know that I can do better, but also like trying to stay humble in a way that sort of motivates me to try harder and be more innovative with the stories that I tell. And I really like that, and I really feel like I can do better with this. And so if you really like this sort of voiceover and me just sort of explaining my thought process on how I was able to just sort of put my own spin on this universe of Just Dance, because it's really fun and I love Just Dance. It's the way that I'm able to get around, move around, because I work digitally, and so I'm sitting on my computer most of the day. And when I'm able to, I really enjoy playing Just Dance when I can, because it really motivates me to just move around and be more active, which is needed because I don't do it enough. But again, I digress. And what I want to say, just to like wrap up this video, is that I really like the characters and the sort of how the final image came out, because I really enjoy the sort of vibrancy in the costumes and the colors, because it's just so fun, and it really just sort of challenges me to do full illustrations, because I don't do them often, and when I do, it just sort of shows how far I've come as an artist. But my favorite part is really just sort of pushing myself to do these more. And I also just want to wrap up by saying, if you do enjoy these, if you really like just sort of how I'm able to bring an idea from start to finish when it involves like characters from a game like Just Dance, I would love to do these more. My favorite is just sort of really, I'm personally a fan of like how much pink is in this. And if you don't know, I am a fan of Mean Girls and I celebrate Fetch Fridays, but I digress again. I really do just sort of love how far I've come, like from the start of this illustration to the end, because I'm really working on lighting and just sort of having lighting affect how the story just sort of becomes more impactful. Anyways, I just sort of want to wrap up by saying thank you for watching, and I want to say that if you are enjoying this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment on what you sort of enjoyed about this illustration. And if you would like to see this in the print, if you would like this on like your wall or something, that would actually be pretty helpful, just to know if people are actually interested in this kind of thing. But otherwise, if you aren't already subscribed, I would really love it if you subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for notifications, because I'm looking to make more of these. And if I find that a lot of people are really interested in these sort of voiceover time-lapse art of explaining my thought process, and I feel that that would be really cool. But otherwise, one thing I wanted to end on is just sort of like, if you enjoy fan art and you're doing these as well, I would love to see them. Feel free to let me know if you enjoy mine. Feel free to let me know what your favorite coaches are, because I would like to just sort of get ideas as to what characters I should draw next. But anywho, I want to just sort of thank you all for supporting me regardless, and I really do appreciate your patience, as I do work a part-time / side job just to save money and really try to do this thing full time. I would really like to. 2025 is the year, yes, I believe. If you do, enjoy that as well. Feel free to subscribe. And I have social media in my description, so feel free to follow me there. Otherwise, I really had fun with this, and I hope that you enjoyed as well. And to end it off, thank you for watching. Until the next video, peace out, Team Scout. See you later.